Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, the laws of Shechianu and Atay V'Ametiv. Einoi mevarech Shechianu ala boiser. A person doesn't make Shechianu on grapes that are not ripe, but they have to be in the best stage in order to eat them, have the real simcha, the real joy, and make Shechianu. Ella shilu ha'eshkolos ha'anavim. The blessing is only recited when the clusters have ripened and developed into full grapes. V'chein kol pri, and so too with any fruit. Achar garmo, the shechianu is recited only once the fruit has ripened and developed. However, the Mishnah Berurah points out that if, when you ate this grape or any other fruit for the first time, even if it wasn't completely ripened with the most tastiest way that you could eat it for the biggest amount of simcha, of joy, as long as it was ripe enough in order that you could make the appropriate bracha on that fruit, that you can make ha'etz, then if you made it, you don't have to go back and say the shechianu bracha again when you eat the fruits when they're fully ripe. Na'igin, she'em mevarchen shechianu al yerakos u'minei lefosos. The minhag, the custom is that we don't make shechianu on vegetables, nor on different types of root vegetables, because they last for long periods of time. Because we bury them in sand, in earth or sand, these things can last for a very long time. The way that they grow, they last for a very long time. And they're also readily available much throughout the year. And they also don't cause a person as much happiness as it would over new fruit. The carrot from the first crops is not as much as the orange the first time around. Celery that a person eats from the first crops is not as exciting as the new cluster of grapes, and therefore, since it doesn't engender a person's simcha the same way, therefore shechianu would not be appropriate over here. Another halacha: we don't make shechianu when we smell fragrances. If you have a fruit that's the seasonal fruit comes around, this is the first time, and you has a very fragrant smell to it, you wouldn't make shechianu. Why? Mishum de min hareach nena neshama. Because which aspect of you is enjoying the smell? Is it your nostrils? No, it's not your nostrils. Physical enjoyment. It is your neshama, your soul is what enjoys the fragrance. V'haneshama hi nitzchias. And the neshama is something which is eternal. And since that it's eternal, it doesn't make sense to make a bracha of shechianu, because the bracha of shechianu is higyana bizman hazeh. This time in the transient world, I am rejoicing and thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu that He gave me this pleasure. However, since the neshama itself is something that is eternal, we're not going to limit the pleasure of the neshama to only once a year. Rather, in the eternal world of the neshama, the bracha of shechianu would not be appropriate there. And lastly, in the end of days, when a person reaches his future judgment after 120 years, he's going to be held accountable, have to give a proper accounting and judgment on everything that his eye saw, all the different food that he could have enjoyed, but he didn't eat it. Rabbi Elazar having mitzamsem le prite. So Rabbi Elazar would scrimp and save pennies. So he could buy for himself every type of food once a year and be able to eat it. And therefore you see from these words of Chazal, of the sages, that Hashem wants us to have pleasure in this world. He wants us to enjoy the miraculous world that He created, because it shows our appreciation to Hashem for the magnificent, beautiful, pleasureful world that He made. And therefore, some of the Paiskim, the halacha authorities rule that a person, it's a mitzvah to eat some of each new crop every year to show our appreciation for Hashem's creations. So at least we should keep this in mind, all the ways to make Shechianu, which is not just a blessing that we're making on the food, but rather it shows how much we appreciate Hashem, that He renews the cycle of the fruits, He renews the cycle of plenty every single year, and we are the ones who are the great beneficiaries of Hashem's kindness. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.